17, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Armadillos of San Antonio.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Purdy going to the air right away. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. 3rd down and 13. Here's Purdy. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They're down to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
That's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
Touchdown ground.
And the Armadillos are an extra point away from drawing level. Jake Moody now for the point after. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Devin Duvernay.
It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Ravens 21, Armadillo 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
A 7-yard pickup.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another San Antonio first down.
30 now to throw off the play action.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On first and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Ravens 28, Armadillo 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Armadillo 6.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. Down to the 41. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First down, Baltimore.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On second down, McCaffrey.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On third down, here's Purdy.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 40 47-yard line in enemy territory.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Report!
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's got this down to the 35. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go. Yo.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Purdy now to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Purdy from the gun.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
18 Cardinal. 18 Raptor. 60 Maverick.
Purdy.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Purdy.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
McCaffrey will take it in. Touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Purdy will throw for it.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They work now on 2nd and 9. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up